Reid, this is my pleasure to be here with you in Collège des Bernardins in Paris. You're a legend in the Silicon Valley. You've worked closely with Peter Thiel and Elon Musk at PayPal. You've been one of the founders of LinkedIn. Then you've been an early investor in OpenAI. To the point of AI, each of us, we've had our aha moment using AI or GenAI. What's been yours, Reid?
Well, I've had a number, but probably the very first one was the ability to start doing something similar within the research arena, which is I had the fortune and the privilege to have a various earliest access to GPT-4, and I realized what some of its superpowers were. So what I started doing was saying, okay, I'd like to think about how AI's development in what is known as a Ministry of Experts format could possibly parallel some of the things out of economics, out of game theory, out of Prisoner's Dilemma. And so I went in and started typing those as questions, and it gave me great research briefs, things to research, things to go look at, and so forth. And so it was like, think of if every information question that you might start with, which could of course include writing a column, you could go to an immediate on-demand research assistant who wouldn't always be right, but could always give you something compelling to start. And so your learning is only bounded by your ability to ask questions. But when I was writing Impromptu, the first book on AI, co-written with AI, published last year, I created thousands of prompts and answers, and then I selected the ones that were most interesting for readers. Because sometimes you do is, oh, well, that first prompt wasn't very good, but when you said, oh, answer this question from a brand marketer who loves Apple or Hermès as a brand, now answer this question, all of a sudden you get a really much more interesting question, and then that becomes helpful. And that's part of what you learn through the process of beginning to experiment with these tools.
Thank you for this, Reid. Thank you for all your super thoughtful perspective on technology, and thank you for being with me here in the Bernardin today.
My pleasure.